black, white, so what? Of course, it's a lot to deal with. We have had to deal with all this contrast. Yes, and now we want to understand what's happening in our world. Hey! All right, let's dig in. I am ready to dig in. Are you ready to dig in? Oh, let's dig in into this deliciousness of information through numerology and the scriptures, and of course, what's happening in our world. Why do we want to know this? Because we want to live the best version of who we truly are. We want to make sure that we came here, we had the t shirt, and then we could say, yes, we done it. Okay, all right. So basically, I'm continuing on this black white, but basically, it's to really finding solution. Now, what I had not done was to show how, if all the colors, because I did the colors before, but I found that yellow, black, white, they all have the same numerical value as 11. Yellow is 29, 2 plus 9 is 11, and likewise white. So it means that black has the direct numerical value of 11. Now that tells me as well that that is like the root of everything. Not only that it's black, like I'm wearing black right now, but there hadn't been much agent, like rising agent, because as I did show, in the middle of the word white is the heating, and of course the black is feeling lack, because white is hitting the HIT in there. So this is just putting things into perspective for the purpose of seeing what we can do to get ourselves looking at ourselves as who we truly are. Who we truly are. We are magnificent beings, we are creative beings, we are spiritual beings in this world having an experience, a bodily experience, or however you want to put it. But for this purpose, we want to also enjoy the ride, so to speak. So we looked at the core, the curse, or life. Let's just do it here. I'll use a different pen. I think red to come alive. Okay, so we looked at life's course. Life is 5, so basically we are about 5. We looked at the course, and course is 9, so we know we are doing the whole of life course. So, and we knew or saw that it had a curse, and so to find the curse, we have to, or to deal with the curse, we had to deal with the cure or find the cure. And to find the cure, we had to go back to this O that we left, knowing that we came with something. There was something, so we go to the core. Now, going to the core is also like we had dropped the S and to go for this O. This is saying to me that the S is signifying Mother Eve or symbolizing Mother Eve, the serpent, which is actually the same symbol of medicine that we are given. And it also looks like the dollar sign as well. So for some people, the dollar is the medicine, or at some stage for us, it is the medicine. And perhaps it's no wonder that there are two serpents in on the medical staff to denote that one is the medicine and one is the money to buy the medicine. Okay, so basically, looking at the core of this told us that we had to go into the core of our being, and this brought us to looking at two words in particular that had this matching letter in the middle. So both words, we have 3 words here, but I first looked at brain and heart, with the A in the middle that matched the A here. And of course, we have I, it's that corresponds with I here, but it's not in this, it's not centered. But R on the other hand as well also sounds like I. So we are dealing with sound symbols and oh, I'm doing it. Sounds, basically it's like having the sound of the spirit of sound mind, and we have symbols, and we have okay, all right, it doesn't come because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so we have these two A's here, but what struck me in looking back on this video as well is that one could say, because this is how we have been trained, we have been conditioned, that 9 has a numerical value of 9. And so, of course, I has a numerical value of 9. And we say I, but I is the eyes that we can also see with, which really is our world. So everything is in the eye. And so, but then you have a, you could say like a heart or a car or a man or woman or whatever it is. So a is more or less that which is necessary to identify what's in the eye. So this is why we can't do with one then and not the other. But because our business is to go into the core of who we are or what we are endeavoring to do, so suppose it were a project or whatever it is, basically we need each other because A is at has the numerical value of 1, and so we are dealing with 1 to 9. And this is the whole spectrum of the sacrifice template. So we can't, it will not work for us to say that we don't want anything to do with the I. We need the I that really contains it's like the window of the soul. We need to be able to look in there, although some people's eyes you may not want to look in there, that's understandable, you know. But the other thing that's important to note as well, A has a numerical value of 1. And if we write the numerical value of 1, the word 1 is actually, which also sounds like you have won. So I'm just trying to bring this across so people who are feeling, oh, it's just 1, and 1 is not powerful. No, it is powerful. 1 has the spirit of sound mind that tells you you already have what you need to win, meaning 1. And 1 has the numerical value of 7. 9, on the other hand, has a numerical value or way of 6 if you do the numerical value of the word 9, like you did with the word 1. So basically, you would have 6 here. Now, can we see even in numbers that something is looking like what we might think is more favorable being here now? Because this is also saying that this denotes the whole 7th day of creation, and man was created here. This is where on the 6th day of creation man was created. So there we could say that was the I. Everything was there in this I. And of course completion happened here with the A. Now I'm just giving this as an example, which makes sense. But adding this together now gives us 13. 6 plus 7 gives us 13. It means that this is also formed, we have also formed a tube like an incubator in the very heart of both black and white coming together or appreciating each other, or that, and I'm speaking of functions here, the function of meaning that you die of something, say dying of the black, you complete that cycle and you discover your 6 protons, neutrons, and electrons right here, that you are number 6. And this is just one way of looking at this. It would be interesting for me to do all of these here. I'm just going to do them briefly. We see that gives us 7 here as well. Adding this together, this gives us 5. This gives us 8, this gives us 2, and this gives us 7 again. This is very interesting because we have 7 on either sides, and this 2 is also showing a degree of balance. So adding this together gives us 13. 13 is actually 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. So here we have 4 in the middle. This is why we build with foundation. 4 is like our foundation, and this is what comes out when people give us news. NEWS. So 4 in the heart, because we are on this 5 vibration. When I say vibration here, we are to see 5 is new. And so in the template, like in this template, so 5 is in the middle of numbers 1 to 9, and so we see 5 comes down here. This is where we are meant to discover ourselves here. We see in black and white we have gained, we have mastered a part of understanding. That's part of who we are. Whether it came like number 6 as a person, 3 plus 3 is 6 as people, or Genesis, or all these things that actually equals 6 right here. Or Mother Eve, actually the God of wisdom or the God of words actually comes here. When it is said and the God said comes here. So this is what we have just worked with right here. And we can see that we are in direct alignment here with this on the sacrifice template. Yes, we are digging deep. Okay. And yes, because we have gone through the core, and this is, we are looking at, oh, I had this here as well. Okay, we are looking at, I don't know why I decided to write it here. Okay, looking onto a side. So basically, yeah, that's correct. So we have, I'm going to add this here. So we had 4, 13 is, 13 actually is also 2, because as you might have noticed that the letter, or the numbers 13 also acts like the bond. So it is here, it is like beckoning us to form a bond in the middle here to create. This is how 13 is formed. This is where agreements happen in the heart. So basically, that's why people, I think, would pick a number from a heart as well, denoting like it's the heart. It's in the middle, it's in the core. Okay. So we have 5, this is 7, this is 5, and we have, let's just put 4 here just to get the essence of this. This is 2, this is 7. And so if we add these together, this contrast that we have been shaped by, certainly throughout my lifetime and way before, this is the black and white issue, and one white being superior to, or thinking or behaving superior to black. So we can see, but as I say, I am looking at functions, and I honestly believe that everything is happening perfectly as it's meant to happen. So whether it seems unfair in this lifetime, everything is a cycle. Okay, so this is 12, and 12 plus 4 is 16, 18, and this would be 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. This makes me smile. This really makes me smile, because we can see how both black and white is perfect in forming creation. I don't know what got me doing this, but I follow my intuition, and isn't that delicious? Isn't that delicious? To know that we do not necessarily need to fight in the way that we had been taught, because we need to get together to get to form this new man or new man in our image and likeness. That's what it's about. And this is the cure number 2, or cure, the deeper level of the cure. So we go into the core, and it tells us what to do and how to work it. So I'm hoping that you have really enjoyed this deliciousness. This is really beautiful for me. So now we don't have to worry about the curse. Oh, I've taken the heart and brain out. But this is the heart. We had the heart and the earth. So basically, we dealt with even just the heart gives you the whole answer, because it's that A that actually goes into there. It would be interesting though to look at, well, heart and earth is the same thing. It's also 7. It's also 7. Well, I won't waste time doing this anymore. So heart, HEART, equals 7, and earth, which is the same letters, are the same letters, also equals 7, and this is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is our answer. This is where we are required to, and these letters as well also coincide with Adam. We have 5 letters here, 5 letters here, so this is 10. And this is what we are needing to take all this into consideration now. So we have 10 letters here, and 10 letters here is 20. We are in the year 2020. Of course, when we write 20, it gives us 26, which is the number of God. 26, the number of God. And 8, EIGHT, gives us 31, which is the cycle that we this is our new cycle. 31 is our new cycle. If we did the numerical value for 31, because 1 is 7 and 30 is 1, so it still gives us 8. This is the new God right here. This is what we are meant to take in consideration right here. Right here, this is just beautiful. This is absolutely amazing, and I feel this is very delicious. So we need to get our contrasts really in a harmonious state. As a people now, we need to recognize we need each other. It's not about fighting anymore. I think the light yellow has shown its light because we are in the 2020 vision now. So it's shining its light. Let's call it the sun, for instance. And the word sun, I think, also equals 9 actually. So it's basically shining on us as a people, telling us how to get together. It's heart to heart now. We need to get to the heart of the matter so that we can really come together and forming this 7, forming man in our own image after our likeness. People, let's wake up and smell the moringa.